Senator Madigan.
Thank you, Mr President. My question is to the Minister representing the Treasurer, Senator Cormann. On the 17th of June, the ABC 7:30 report covered the government's proposed wind-back of the FOFA laws and how it risks a repeat of the Timber Court scandal. Why is the government seeking to exempt general advice, execution services, volume rebates, trail commissions on pension products when thousands of Australians are still dealing with the devastating consequences from past financial advice scandals like Timber Corp?
The Minister representing the Treasurer, Senator Cormann.
Thank you very much, Mr President. I thank Senator Madigan for that question and for some notice of it, and also for his genuine interest in this important area of public policy. Firstly, let me reassure Senator Madigan that we're not proposing to reopen any loopholes. We are working to ensure that low and middle income earners across Australia can have affordable access to high-quality financial advice they can trust by removing unnecessary and costly red tape which pushes up the cost of advice without delivering proportionate improvements in consumer protections. Secondly, the requirement for financial advisors to act in the best interest of their clients remains in full and unamended. Thirdly, the ban on conflicted remuneration remains in full. Let me direct Senator Madigan to my release on the future of financial advice law changes last Friday, when I said, and I quote, "The government has supported the ban on commissions and conflicted remuneration for financial advisors since it was first legislated. At no point has the government sought to reintroduce commissions or conflicted remuneration for financial advisors." My announcement last Friday, of course, also made it very clear that employees of financial product providers could not receive either upfront or trailing commissions as a reward or an incentive for product sales related to general advice they have provided. In fact, we went even further by stating that we would explicitly prohibit in regulations and the legislation any payment made solely because a financial product of a class in relation to which the general advice was given has been issued or sold to the client, and any recurring payment made because the person has given the general advice. We're not proposing, however, to ban, of course, all remuneration for services provided. I don't think that anyone would seriously suggest that we should do this. And indeed, even Minister Shorten, when he introduced the FOFA laws in his second reading speech, said that if a particular stream of income does not conflict advice, then these reforms do not prevent them from receiving that income. All of our changes are consistent with that
Time has expired. Senator Madigan.
Thank you, Mr President. I refer to the minister's claim that he is not bringing back commissions. If that is the case, why is the government seeking a multitude of exemptions from the conflicted remuneration ban designed to incentivise sales?
Order. 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 It's order. It is Senator Madigan's question. The Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr President. As I said in my previous answer, these changes have never been designed to bring back commissions for financial advisors. To remove all possible doubt, the government is prescribing in both the legislation and the regulations that any payment related to the provision of general advice cannot be an upfront or trailing commission, and indeed any remuneration that is conflicting, that would conflict the advice given, is to be banned and to remain banned. And beyond that, we're proposing that Parliament give the government regulation-making powers to ban any new form of incentive payment or remuneration which may or may not emerge in the marketplace as a workaround our financial advice laws, if it is found to conflict advice given and is not covered by the current prohibition. I note, incidentally, that this goes further than the relevant recommendations of the Senate Economics Legislation Committee inquiry recommendations, and this position will be clearly reflected in all of the associated explanatory materials.
Senator Madigan.
Thank you, Mr President. Why has the minister decided to make sweeping regulations this week prior to the legislation being debated and voted on by the Senate? And isn't the minister aware of public statements from crossbench senators that regulations will be disallowed and won't be preempting the debate, result in uncertainty for consumers and financial planners alike?
Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr President. The government is making judgments about what is in the public interest, and of course we are taking action to implement our election commitments consistent with our regulation-making powers in the Corporations Act. As I stated in my media release on 20 June 2014, in order to provide clarity and certainty for both the financial advice industry and investors seeking financial advice, we will give effect to the policy commitments we made before the last election through regulations wherever that is legally possible. These regulations are to take effect on 1 July 2014. Judgments in relation to the matters Senator Madigan raises are, of course, a matter for the Senate, and I would not be so presumptuous as to preempt whatever conclusions the Senate might reach on reflection and having considered all of the relevant information.
Senator Bishop.